Welcome once again to this YouTube channel, Coex TV. And on today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to interact with the Nexus node. Now, 2 days ago, the Nexus protocol went live. It started 9th of December and is ending 13th December. Now, they have two ways of mining the Nexus protocol. Is either you mine it on the web or you mine it in your command line interface. So yesterday I uploaded a video on my YouTube channel showing you guys how to mine it on web. Now today, with the guide of this GitHub instructor, which is ZoneXBT, I will be showing you guys how to mine the node, the Nexus node. Yes, so please, if this is your first time on this YouTube page, I would really appreciate you give us a thumbs up, and you also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now let's dive into it without wasting much time. Now, as you can see on the right hand side, you will see this is one of the best procedures for installing the Ubuntu application for Windows users. Now, for those who are using the Ubuntu OS already, that's the Ubuntu operating system, you don't really need this, you understand? If you're using the Ubuntu operating system, what you just need to do is come over here where it's written installation, you click on this command, you copy it, and you run the command. Okay, so when you're done running the command, you click on the second command, which is this status checker, which is going to prove the logs. Now once you do that, you are done. All you just have to do is at the end you add your prover ID. But this is different for those who have a Windows OS, that's a Windows operating system. Now if you're using a Windows operating system, the first thing I want you to do is go to the search icon and search for command prompt and open it. So when you have opened the command prompt, like it's written here, like it's showing on my system, now I will need you to install Ubuntu application into your system through the command prompt. Now, how to do it? These codes will be written in the description channel below to enable you perform these tasks effectively. But you copy and paste. So you are going to type WSL space -- install. Now when you type this, it's going to install the Ubuntu application in your system. Now this will take about 20 to 30 minutes of your time. For me, I've already installed it already. That's why you see it didn't waste time. But because of this course, I went ahead to create a new to install a new Ubuntu OS, which is this one I just copied right now. So I'll be installing the Ubuntu 20.04 version. Now this is just for this class, but for you, all you just have to do is just type WSL space -- install into your Windows PowerShell. Now when you do that, it's going to install the Ubuntu for you. And if this is different, don't follow this phase I'm doing. This phase is for those of you that want to launch run two nodes in the same system. You could do it. Yeah, you can, because I am currently doing the same thing. So as you can see, when you install your Ubuntu, this is how it's going to show you. It's going to show you installing. This may take a few minutes. Now while it's installing, there's some few things you would need to know. Now, as you can see on my right hand side, which is the Copilot, that's where I'm getting some important information, but ignore it for now and focus on the left hand side, which is the GitHub instruction, because that's where we're going to get all the command we're going to use. We just needed the Copilot to get the few basic command to be able to install our Ubuntu. Now once the installation is done, they will prompt you to set up a username and also a password, as you can see on the screen. Now please use small letter, and as you're using small letter, please make sure the password you're using is something you're going to remember. Don't use a password that will be difficult for you to type, because it's going to affect you. Trust me, it's definitely going to affect you. Now, after putting in your username and also inputting your password, there was an error here, so I'm correcting the error because I used capital letter. So I'm trying to change it towards small letter. Now remember, if this is your first time on this YouTube channel, please, I beg, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Corex TV. I beg, make una subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, this will really mean a whole lot for me, because as a young YouTuber trying to grow in the space, it's gonna be a motivation. So as you can see, input your password. You're not going to see the password while you are typing it. This is because of security reasons. So just endeavor you remember what you typed, and also you typed something that is easy to remember. So installation successful. Now is now going to prompt the new profile, the new Ubuntu profile that we just created. So as you can see, it has loaded the profile. Akana Zumwa. So because I have two different nodes, two different Ubuntu and two different nodes running, I gave them different names and also gave them different passwords. So that's for those of you that will want to run on two different nodes. You saw is quite easy. As you can see on the right hand side, that was what I copied while trying to install the second node. So now I am trying to open the Ubuntu for the first time. Now for you there, if you want to open your Ubuntu for the first time after installing everything, the first thing I will want you to do is to restart your PC, restart your laptop, and when you're done, you open your command or your PowerShell. Opening the PowerShell is better. So when you open the PowerShell, all you have to do is type WSHell. Now in small letter, when you type it, it's going to bring out the profile of the profile of the Ubuntu that you set up in that current Ubuntu. So now we'll clear this so that we'll have enough space to work. So as you can see, on my left is another account and on my right is another account. But for you, the first thing you are going to do is you put WSHell space / install. That's the first thing you're going to do. You understand? Yes. Now after that, you allow it to finish installing and set your username and password, and we get into business. Now the business is in the installation page. Now this installation page, now since I've already installed it into my own PC, this is Ubuntu, the node I use, the one carrying this Dr. Ezadiche, we're not going to use this. We're going to use the new one that I'm setting up for you guys, strictly for you guys. Okay, so which is the Akana Zumwa. So you copy this installation command and you paste it here. It's going to prompt for password. Immediately you add your password and you click enter. Now it's going to load it. Now for some people it may stop at 0 upgraded, 0 newly installed, 0 to remove and not supported. But once it continues, you know you're in the right track. Now we are installing the rules to file. Now a whole lot of files are going to install here. This could take a very, very long time. Trust me, it could take a very long time, because the whole length of this video is about 37 minutes and I spent about maybe around 10 minutes waiting for some files to complete. But for you, I would advise you don't skip, so that you're not going to miss out on any important steps or features. Yeah, it will be good you watch everything from beginning to the end. So what we are currently doing now is we are installing the root file. Now this will keep going for about 5 to 7 minutes, yes, while we install it. Now also remember, this node, this Nexus testnet that we are running, you could also mine it on the web, but the web version is very slow, and that's why we are doing the node version, because you could mine a web for a whole 24 hours and just mine maybe 12 or 15, but when you run it on a node, you could mine over 30 to 70 watts of it. So you see the difference is very huge. Okay, So now, as you can see, it's still loading. It's setting up some files. This may take a whole lot of time, but I would advise you what, remain patient while running this node. It's just once you're going to run it, and after that you're good to go. So let's see, progress is 99%. Processing triggers for man/-db. Okay, so it's still loading. Now remember, if this is your first time on this YouTube channel, please and please and please, I am begging, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You would not see it out there, anybody breaking down these things for you. Very easy. Only me. Okay, now as you can see, my point for the mining on the node as reflected in my main account. That's why you're seeing 32,000 for testnet. Yes, we are done with the beta net phase and we are in the testnet phase. So that's what you're seeing right there. Okay, so as you can see there, we have already mined 32,300. Our email has been connected. Please, I would advise, do not click on that email again. Any attempt to click on that email is going to wipe your current points, because I had over 200,000 points initially. Because I clicked on the email, they reset my account. So I don't want you to go through what I went through. Okay, so right still on it, as you can see, I'm also using Copilot for verification to get some important things. So for you, those newcomers that want to start, you open your command prompt and type WSL -- install. There must be a space between the WSL and the dash. So once you do that, it will download your Ubuntu file, and once you download the Ubuntu application for you, then you are good to go. Now on the right hand side, I just want to show you people what it looks like when running a node. So I just activated it, and as you can see, my node has already started running on the right hand side. You see? Okay, proof step 1 at 0.99 proof step 2, just like that. It keeps on proving and proving and proving, and this is how it keeps going for the whole day. The only thing you may need here is just constant power supply. With a constant power supply, you don't have anything to worry about. In short, you're going to enjoy the whole process very well, trust me. Now the roost that we are still installing is almost getting complete. The installation is almost done. So once the installation is done, we have other folders to install. Now while we are waiting for it to just install, there are other things I could also inform you. Like there's a testnet I uploaded on my YouTube channel yesterday, a day before yesterday. That's the Fiamma chain. Please go and watch it and position for it. Now also, one thing you should understand is that I noticed a cheat. Nowadays they reward users that are on the Discord channel. So I would advise, if you can, join the Discord channel and at least be active once in a day or once in a while. It will help, get you those important roles that will make you earn more tokens. Yeah, we are in it for the tech, but if we see money, we go collect. So any chain you see, do. Any desktop, any Discord channel, join and be active, and also be mining your testnet. So as you can see, we are still waiting for the roost file to download. It's taking quite some time. Oh, finally, roost is installed now. So the roost file has already installed. Now we're going to see what we have here. So this is when the installation started, and this is when it ended. You see, it took a whole lot of time. You understand? Now if you're using a good PC, you're going to download it very fast and you're going to enjoy it. Trust me, you're going to enjoy it. Yeah, you're definitely going to enjoy it. The speed, the way the file is processed and everything. As you can see, most of these files is showing, okay, we are now installing the Git. Yeah, we're updating package list, installing Git. So you see, a whole lot of things are being composed here, and trust me, you don't want to miss any phase. That's why you need to watch this video from beginning to the end, so as not to make any mistake whatsoever. Okay, remember, I know you will get tired of me telling you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, share my files, share my videos to your friends, and tell them to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because this Nexus is going to be revolutionary. It's going to be amazing, and you don't want to miss out on it. So while it's still loading, so we have currently downloaded the wget is already installed. The build essential is already installed. Now the pkg config is not installed. That's what we're currently installing. Now once that is done, we have other things that we are going to do. Okay, so we have other things we are going to do. So as we are processing, yes, good. Now you see, I'm carefully going through the list so that I don't make any mistakes at all, because mistakes are very costly. Okay, now this is me also showing you my node that I'm currently running on my second Ubuntu account. Is not difficult. It's the same thing I did for this one that I'm teaching you guys, that I'm currently doing right now. Okay, so it's not difficult at all, and with just being patient and watch the video from beginning to the end, you have a lot to benefit, and in no short time you will already start running your own node. So we're almost done. Processing triggers for man-db. Okay, so we'll wait for that to finish processing, and when it's done, I will let you know what to do next. Now we could get to a point whereby I would tell you to skip, not really skip, you could just stay and watch the whole process begin and end. But then, so as not to waste your time, I will tell you what to do. So as you can see, we have finally completed the installation of all the files. We are finally almost there. So the next thing we're going to do now, we have finished the installation. Now we're going into the second one. Yes, we're finished. And remember, once you have installed using the first one, look at that thing written there. You can use either this command or the other. Please, if you have used the first one, there is no need for you using the second command. There is no need. It's the same thing. So we'll go over to the third command, which we are going to use, which is to check your approval logs using the below command. But before that, let me just go down and show you other things that we are almost done. So okay, yeah, as you can see, we are following everything carefully, gradually. For those who have Ubuntu, just go straight to installation, but if you don't have, do this. So now we have clicked and copied the status code command. Now this is where it's going to take time. It's going to take a whole lot of time. Okay, so we started at 18.23 while recording this. Now this could last for about 5 to 10 minutes. Now it also depends on your PC strength. Now if your PC is very, very fast, it could last shorter than that. Okay, but it's all good. It's all good. So while, as you can see, my own is already running. That's the node on my main account. While for this other account, we are still proving the logs. Now in proving the logs, they are compiling a whole lot of files. So many files are being compiled, and this could take over like 5 to 10 minutes, to complete. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. But for the new timers, if you don't really know much about all these things, I would advise you don't skip it. Just watch to the end. It's just a 37 minutes video. It's not going to waste your time, and you're going to enjoy it because everything has been broken down for you step by step. Okay, it's just this, this final phase. This is the last phase, the last and the difficult aspect of this whole thing. And once we are done with this, we are done. It's just for you to add your approval ID and you're all good to go. Trust me. Okay, so we are in the last phase. Yeah. Also, remember, if this is your first time on this YouTube channel, please, I'm on my knees, oh, I'm begging. Subscribe to my YouTube page, Corex TV. Remember, when you subscribe, it will give you the opportunity to see more of our videos when we upload them, because we're currently following up on the top influencers on the space, uploading every content that they upload, for you guys to watch and interact and be eligible. Because the main reason why we're doing this whole thing is just to be eligible. Trust me, you don't want to go through different airdrops and you don't know, like you didn't complete the criteria very well and you end up not being eligible. You don't want that to be your portion. So just subscribe to my YouTube page. I'll guide you to victory, and you're not going to miss out on any important thing at all whatsoever. Trust me, you won't. So as you can see, our approval is actually, the node is actually running and is very fast. I think about 1,000 per 5 minutes or per 2 minutes, and it's something. So remember, we're using the guide on the GitHub page of ZonXBT. Now you can search for him on Twitter and follow him. Yes, and also there's a second guide by Mr. Cat. Now shout out to Mr. Cat, is my mentor. Like everything, I look up to him, hoping to be there one day, because there's no airdrop that comes on the space that Mr. Cat is not eligible. You want to be like Mr. Cat, right? That's why you should watch my videos, because every video you see on my page, starting from first week of December till next year, are all coming from Mr. Cat, and I'm not going to miss anyone, even the one that involves spending. I'm going to spend the least I can, yes, spend the least I can and get it there for you guys to watch, to interact, yeah, because if I'm eligible and you do my videos, you will definitely be eligible. You will. So as you can see, 2 different nodes are running on the PC. Yeah, the only thing is that it's going to stress the PC. But remember, we are doing this thing for what? For, trying to position for a wonderful airdrop that is coming. I'm very confident about this. I know this is going to be huge. I'm very confident. And I want you to as well be confident, because it's going to be massive and you don't want to miss out on it. Trust me. You don't want to miss out on this. So now we're extracting the protocol buffer. We have extracted them. We have installed them. A whole lot of things has been done. Now the Nexus service, which was not running, we created a system ED service, and that's the main service which allows it to run in the background as well. So you see, so many things have been installed for just to run this node. Now if you miss out on this step, you will miss out on it. So this is the more reason why you should watch the video from the beginning to the end. Okay, I tried my best as much as possible to make this a very, very short video for you guys, yeah. So over to the guide. Remember, for Ubuntu users, after installation, you do your check your approval and you're all good, and then you add your approval ID, and that's all. But for Windows users, remember, WSL, you open your command prompt, then you type WSL space / install. Now when you do this, it's going to install an Ubuntu software for you. But if you don't, it's not going to install anything for you at all. So you don't want to miss out on it. Trust me, you really don't want to miss out on it. So while we wait for a while, because this thing is going to take about, let's say, over about 3 to 5 more minutes. So if I am you and you don't want to watch this, you can skip, you can skip the video, keep skipping it until you see important parts, you understand? But then, if this is your first time, it's best you don't skip this video. Yeah, it's best. It's just a 37-minute video, and you're definitely gonna enjoy it. Yeah, I tried my best as much as possible, to shrink the video and make it what the best of the best out there. I'm definitely sure that those other ones out there did not really explain it like I did, and you don't want to miss out on this because you watched the wrong video. It's gonna be very painful. Yeah, but with me, I don't think you're gonna miss out. And remember, if this is your first time on this YouTube page, do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Corex TV. Yeah, we're building. That's the brand. We're currently building. We'll keep building. You understand? Yeah, we'll keep building and dropping good content for you. So we're currently at the last phase for the logs that we are proving. Yes, we're at the last phase. Now, for some persons, they would advise, after this phase, you wait for like at least 15 to 20, 30 minutes, so that everything would have packaged very well, you understand? But then, you could still restart your system, but I would advise you don't do that at this point. Yeah, you only do that when you finish installing your Ubuntu and you're good to go. Now at this point, all you just have to do is follow my command, follow my prompt. I'm not gonna mislead you, okay? I'm not. Now, massive shout out to all those who have been watching my videos since last year, last 2 years, this year. It's been amazing. This is me telling you guys thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I will try my best to keep uploading good, lovely content for you all to learn. That is my work, and I'm gonna fulfill it. Okay, so like I told you, this particular one is the longest, but once we are done with this, we are done with everything. Yeah, this is what took my time yesterday when I was learning the commands and necessary instructions to make use of. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's taking time. We're at a very, very crucial part. When we rush it, we'll not really, benefit anything important from it at all. Yeah, you will miss out on vital information. So I don't want you to miss out on vital information. I don't want you to. Trust me. Yeah, it's taking a whole lot of time, but if you can, you can just skip till you get to the most important aspect. Yeah. So we're almost done. And remember, if this is your first time on this YouTube channel, please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube page. Yeah, for more information, for more airdrops. It is actually a cryptocurrency YouTube page, where we drop guide on how you'll be eligible all year long. Yeah, that's just our major work. And I believe this is gonna be one of the biggest airdrop ever. This is gonna be the biggest because I've actually read through their website, and I'm very, very impressed with what I saw. I'm very impressed, honestly. It's gonna perform, and it's gonna perform very well. So please remember, the stronger your PC's performance, the faster the work. Yeah. So mine took me over about 37 minutes to finish this whole thing. So if yours is still delaying, it will be advisable you wait a little. Yeah, you wait a little and it's gonna work. Oh, thank God. So we are finally done with what the major bulk of it all. So as you can see, that is what the Nexus was telling you. Welcome to the Nexus Network CLI. Okay, so this is the Nexus network, the blockchain. We've finished downloading everything that is important. Now it's time for us to add our prover ID, and immediately you've added your prover ID, you are good to go. So I'll be guiding you. You can see setting up CLI configuration, attempted to create Nexus directory, successful save new prover ID. So we don't have a prover ID in this place, but then the node can still run. So until you have added your prover ID, the node will keep running. So all you just have to do is come over to the beta.nexus file. On the bottom left corner, you click on the copy, and you copy your prover ID. So that's all. So as you can see, we've done the installation, we've done the status. Remaining, we've waited in a way for about 15 minutes. So remaining the final phase, the final two phases, which is to open a terminal or open the command prompt and copy this particular code, okay, where you see your _power_id, you impute your prover ID. So I'm going to paste our prover ID here, then go ahead and paste this command and edit the necessary stuff that is needed to be edited, and we're all good to go. So this is it. So I'm going to copy that now. I will delete the prover ID. Okay, immediately I've deleted the prover ID, then we'll go straight into into copying this. Yeah, you remove that your prover ID. Yes, we delete this and add the major one that we're about to add now. Okay, it's good. So once again, so that I will show you where I copied it. So the bottom left corner, you can see where the mouse is hovering. That's where you're going to copy your prover ID from. Just copy it and come here and paste it within that command, removing the your _prover _ID. So when you've copied that, the next thing I want you to do now is to as you can see where we started. Good. Now, if when you are doing yours, okay, when you are doing yours and it ends at this 0 upgraded, 0 newly installed, you know there's error. But once it continues, you're all good to go. So now this is the one we are doing for you guys, the tutorial for you guys. But to add our prover ID, we will need to create a prompt. So now I'm going to right click on the terminal and click on the new one. For you guys, you're going to see only Ubuntu here. Okay, now you click on Ubuntu, you understand? But in any situation whereby you don't see Ubuntu, you can just click on the terminal or the PowerShell. Now when you click on either the terminal or the PowerShell, you just type WSL and it will log you into your Ubuntu. But in a situation whereby you have what's it called, you have two Ubuntu, you have to put the accurate name of the Ubuntu file, and that's how to enter there. But for the sake of the learning, since you downloaded only one Ubuntu, that one Ubuntu will be showing when you have highlighted it. So let's get to work. So since I'm working on the second version, I'll click on the second version, and when it loads, you will see what we will do. That user ID that started with SED, that was that we edited. That is your signature. That is your signature, connecting this node with your main account and your email. So when we paste this here and click enter, then we will now refresh the page by copying the last and final code. By the time you copy this sudo system restart nexus.service and you paste it here, it will restart the system, but then you need to input your password. But so after you have imputed your password, it's not going to be visible because of security reasons. So after you have imputed your password and everything, you are all good to what? To go. You see, it has what? Restarted the whole process. As you can see, Nexus. So now it's setting up the CLI configuration. So once the CLI configuration is done, we are good to go. So you see in back. So this is just how we run a node. This is how we run it and run it successfully, beginning to the end. So you see this first one that ran, there was no prover ID here. So, but I will take you here to see now. You see this one now. You see your current prover identifier is what? Is this. So the prover ID has been added. So we don't have any issues anymore, other than to what? Continue our work. So when you come over here and you what? You connect, because remember, this is the account I'm using for the second one that I'm using to teach and educate you guys. So you just connect it and you are all good to go. You see, it's not difficult. Remember, if this is your first time on this YouTube channel, do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and give us a thumbs up. It's going to help us a lot to grow in the space. So as you can see, everything is done, and for you, you should be running your node already, but for me, I'll be running over 2 nodes. I'm about trying to set up the 3rd node now. So once I'm done, it depends on what the capacity of your system. If your system can carry it. If it cannot carry it, do not run it. Please do not. I would advise you don't, so you don't end up crashing your system. These are all AV applications. So